Carolina to South Carolina, flooding last night, shutting down both sides of I-26. That was north of Charleston in South Carolina last night when water got up to the rooftop of a car on the median. Thankfully, that person was rescued safely. But as you can see, Charleston 1 to 2, heavier amounts south of there, certainly down towards Savannah and Tybee Island, where we actually had some wind gusts up and over 58 miles an hour. There's a look at our future radar. All is good for now for that morning walk along the beach, the coffee outside on the patio. We do see the storms headed our way towards Savannah as we go towards later on tonight. Certainly around 10, 11 o'clock, you might actually hear some claps of thunder out there. And then there's a little bit of a break as we get our Sunday started, and then we see more rain moving in Sunday night into Monday as well. So that rain is going to add up because it's several days that we'll be tracking the rain. You can see this forecast does go through Thursday from Macon down to Valdosta, Georgia, 3 to 5. That's a huge area in yellow. As we time out the rain showers here, they start up especially this afternoon, right around 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Maybe you're heading out to the stores to do some back to school shopping. A lot of kids going back next week across the southeast. As you can see, there will be some specks of red on that future radar indicating some stronger thunderstorms, some of which could even be severe. Gusty winds will be the main threat. And then even Monday morning, we still have some wet weather out there. For the Atlanta metro area, 1, 2, maybe even 3 inches of rain. Not all today or tomorrow. This forecast goes through Thursday. Notice the yellow off to the south, even around Macon, where it's possible we see even more than 5 inches. So in a place like Atlanta where we do need the rain, we're down about an inch for the year. You can get flooding, especially if this happens. You've got these storms that are sitting on 285, 75, 85, all being affected by the wet and stormy weather. As we go into the second half of the weekend, the I-20 corridor just lit with storms out there. And unfortunately, that means heavy rain that could lead to flooding, not just the Atlanta metro, but back into portions of Alabama as well. And so far, the National Weather Service has issued more than 3,000 flood alerts in 2025, the most they've seen since 1986. And with summer showers still rolling, that threat remains active today. Meteorologist Alex Wilson has some tips for keeping your family safe when those floodwaters sound the alarm. Home this afternoon, beautiful weather, but that heat does return as we head towards Monday with abundant sunshine out there. Temperatures, though, for the most part will be below average for so many of us today, 114 million. Tomorrow and Monday, though, we start to see that number go back down again. It is August after all, so we tend to see the fluctuation in temperatures kind of going back and forth. We did recently have a cold front move through the Midwest, and that brought in these highs that are running anywhere from 5 to 10 degrees below average. Not only that, the drier air. You may have been able to open up the window for a change and turn off the AC and enjoy that fresh air. That is where it's not smoky due to those fires up in Canada. There's a look at those highs today. 81 degrees in Minneapolis. You've got 78 in Columbus, Ohio, 80s in Washington, D.C. Notice as we head into tomorrow, though, a lot more 80s on this map, even around Burlington, Vermont. It's going to be quite hot there along the shores of Lake Champlain, getting up to 87 degrees. But at least the humidity, for the most part, we're talking 40s and 50s this weekend. Very cool air, very dry air, which can cool down more efficiently at night. But you'll notice the shades of green down towards Kentucky and Virginia, where the dew points do rise a little bit as we go toward the next couple of days. So the humidity not quite done with us this summer. For Washington, D.C., we're actually going to be below average, not just today and tomorrow, but all the way into Monday with those highs right around 85 degrees. Reynolds?
Well, Kelly, let's make a...
Oh, only about marble size was the biggest I've ever had, yeah.
Go figure.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, aren't we all? Hey, coming up, we're going to be talking about something we'll all feel, and that'll be some cooler temperatures across parts of the Deep South. But we welcome you back to America's Weekend Headquarters. I'm meteorologist Reynolds Wolf.
And I'm meteorologist Kelly Cass. We do have some cooler air, but we're paying the price. We've got showers, we've got thunderstorms kind of bubbling up in a few different parts of the country.
Oh, especially across parts of the South.
As we speak along the Gulf Coast and with that stalled out front, this stationary front, we will see additional showers and storms kind of drifting across this area of southern Georgia, down into northern Florida, also into the Carolinas. Still pretty busy here as we go through Thursday. There will be additional rounds of rain. We did see some flooding rain just yesterday in parts of Mecklenburg County there in Charlotte, and we saw some gusty winds at Tybee Island and also around Myrtle Beach, winds gusting around 58 miles an hour. The rainfall is especially going to be heavy, though, down toward that frontal boundary. Notice the yellow, 3 to 5 inches. Even around Macon, would not be surprised if we had anywhere from 5 to 8 inches. And you can see anywhere in the green, it's possible we get a few inches of rainfall. For today, severe weather will also be a possibility, especially damaging winds where it could be enough for a tree branch to come down on a power line. Power could go out for a time from Montgomery, Alabama through central and southern Georgia. For now, the heaviest rain kind of skirting the Outer Banks right now. We've seen some pockets of rain right in the middle of North Carolina, eastern Georgia, down toward the Gulf Coast, keeping an eye on some lightning strikes that are just now beginning to form out there. So mariners take note of that. As you can see, though, that heavy rain pretty much staying off the coastline with that area of low pressure. But over land, there will be those showers and storms from Atlanta, Georgia to Macon, down toward the squares of Savannah as we head towards later on this evening. And even into Sunday, while there will be some breaks, we still notice more pop-up storms there around Nashville, the Cumberland Plateau, into the Smokies. If you're heading out to Dollywood this weekend, just know there could be some serious downpours out there between Knoxville and North Georgia. And as you can see tomorrow, even into Monday, there's still that threat of flooding in even areas where we need the rain, Reynolds. There could be some issues in a place like Atlanta where that rain is just not quitting anytime soon. We've got green all the way through the end of the week.
All right, Kelly. Well, flooding rain